Hello everyone, in this video we're going to have a look at two cases. One is written here, you can see the double brackets, but one inside the first one is a plus b, the second one is a minus b. We're also going to have a look at expanding the brackets involving the surd. Okay, let's have a look at the first one here. So we have double bracket expansion. So this means a plus b times by a minus b. So we're going to actually use the same method that we used before. So a times a is a squared. A times by negative b is negative ab, and we finish with the first term in the first bracket. So we're going to have a look at the second term in the first bracket, which is b. So b times by a is ab, and b times by negative b is negative b squared. Tidy up a little bit, so we have a squared here, but you realize that you have negative a b plus ab. They cancel each other out, become 0. So therefore, the only things left is a squared minus b squared. So if you observe the question, you have a bracket times by a bracket, but what you have is the same terms but with the opposite signs. We can make this conclusion straight away. So this will equal to a squared minus b squared. Now we call this as the difference between two squares. Okay, now let's have a look at some examples on the right hand side. Expand and simplify. You can pause the video here and try it yourself first and then come back and check your answers. So let's have a look at A. You have x plus 2 bracket times by bracket x minus 2. Now firstly, you can use the traditional method. Say x times by x is x squared, and x times by negative 2x, and continue. You have plus 2x, and you have minus 4. And you realize that in the middle terms will cancel each other out because one is plus, one is minus. So therefore, you have x squared minus 4. However, we can just use the shortcut that we noticed before for the special case here. So we have x plus 2 times by x minus 2. Both brackets has x and 2, but they have an opposite sign for the 2's. So therefore, we can say this is like an a, so therefore it's an x squared minus this number is like a b, so therefore it's 2 squared. So therefore, I can say it's x squared minus 4. Now let's have a look at question B. Again, this looks like a minus b. Your a is m, your b is 10 this time, and times by a plus b. So that's exactly same as this format. So you know 2 times 3 is same as 3 times 2. So it doesn't mean that you change your order, it doesn't work anymore. So therefore, it's a squared minus b squared. So therefore, it's same as m squared minus 10 squared. So therefore, it's m squared minus 100. Now question C, you have 2x minus 4, 2 times by 2x plus 4. Again, both term has 2x, both term has 4, but the 4 has actually opposite signs. So we can actually use a plus b times by a minus b again. So this time, your a is this entire 2x. So therefore, I can say is 2x squared minus your b is 4 squared. So therefore, it's 4x squared minus 16. Now let's have a look at expanding brackets involving surds. Please feel free to pause the video here and do it yourself first. Now let's have a look at question A. Question A. Now, please don't simply use a squared minus b squared for all the expanding double brackets because it only works for a plus b times by a minus b. If you look at the first question, you have x plus 2 root 3, x plus root 3. So that's not the a plus b times by a minus b case. So we have to use the FOIL method. So x times by x is x squared. X times by root 3 is root 3 times by x, and plus 2 root 3 times by x, and you have 2 root 3 times by root 3. Now, x squared plus these two terms has x and x, so you have 1 root 3 plus 2 of the root 3, so altogether 3 of the root 3x. And plus, you have root 3 times by root 3. These two actually times together is same as 3. So you have 2 times by 3, so which will give us 6. So therefore, the final answer is x squared plus 3 root 3x plus 6. Now let's have a look at second one. Second one, you have bracket times by bracket again. So you have minus and they all got different terms inside. So we're gonna use the FOIL. So x times by 2x is 2x squared. X times by negative 2 root 2 is negative 2 root 2x. You have this entire negative 3 root 2 times by 2. So you multiply the numbers, which is 3 and 2. So that will give us negative 6 root 2x. And then what you have here is negative 3 root 2 times by negative 2 root 2. Negative times negative is positive. So you have that times by 2 root 2. Now let's have a look at 2x squared. These two are the like terms. X stays the same. You have negative 2 lots of root 2. Take away 6 lots of root 2. So you have negative 8 lots of root 2x. And plus, you have 3 times by 2 is 6. And you have root 2 times by root 2 is 2. So that is 12. So therefore, the final answer is this. Now let's have a look at question C. Now question C, observe first, both brackets has x, both brackets has root 5. That's a good start. You have a two same terms, but with the opposite sign. You have one is negative, one is positive for root 5. So this is actually similar to a minus b times by a plus b. Therefore, we know that this is a squared minus b squared. So your a is x, so you have x squared, minus your b is root 5, so root 5 squared. So that's why it's x squared minus 5. Now the last question, you have a bracket squared. What that means is the bracket itself is multiplied by itself again. So it's a bracket times bracket. So you do need to use the FOIL method to expand. So therefore, you have 2x times 2x, 4x squared, minus 2 root 3x, and you have minus 2 root 3x again, and you have negative root 3 times by negative root 3. Negative negative become positive. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. So therefore, the final answer is 4x squared minus 4 root 3x plus 3.